Andhra Pradesh, there are two TDP leaders in the cabinet, Ram Mohan Naidu and Chandrasekhar. From Telangana are Bandi, Sanjay Kumar and Kishan Reddy. And then you have from Karnataka, four of the five netas. You have Shobha Karandlaje, H.D. Kumaraswamy, Prahlad Joshi, V. Somanna and Basavaraj Bommai. From Kerala, there's Suresh Gopi, and from Tamil Nadu, there's L. Murugan. Let's open this up. Tushar Gupta, representation from South as well?
Well, when has the representation from South stopped? You had Jai Shankar and Nirmala Sitharaman within the big four for quite a while now. But I think now the dynamics of the BJP as a political entity in the South have changed. We saw the thumping results in Andhra Pradesh. We saw the increase in vote share in Tamil Nadu, a seat in Kerala, which is a huge thing. And also in Karnataka, they have done pretty well. Well done, rather they were expected to do. So I think even the whole North-South divide has failed of the Congress, that entire theory that Congress is a party of the North. Rather, the biggest losses have come from Uttar Pradesh, ironically. So all those journalists and observers who were saying that Congress is the South party and BJP is the North party, that has changed now. So I think you will see a lot of ministers. I think G. Kishan Reddy is already there in the cabinet. He was rather there in the 70s.
But when the opposition say South mein saaf, North mein half, something like that.
But na half hua, na saaf hua. The Modi 3.0 is there. The Modi hat-trick has happened. Yes, there were some losses. We cannot deny that. The numbers tell a story. The people have given their verdict. So there were some losses, indeed. But the people are very clear in their mandate that they still do not want Rahul Gandhi as the Prime Minister.
All right.
And they definitely do not want Arvind Kejriwal also.
Okay.
So, you know, that's how it is.
Okay. Savanakvi, in a coalition government, you have a lot of balancing act to do, whether it's balancing communities, castes, religions, all the dynamics have to be kept in mind, and then regionalism as well.
Absolutely. So here I'll say one thing. I think the BJP has, it is Telangana where they've made gains. Karnataka, they've held on to old things, but there is a slightly unreal narrative, I think, because all of you were so much part of it, that you went on and about Tamil Nadu. You cannot add the vote, the vote share of an NDA ally and say BJP has so much vote share. Please do the arithmetic properly, because the DMK people have shared. What is carrying on being said, breakthrough vote share. Tamil Nadu has not happened, entirely not happened. Kerala, there is one seat. So only when we look at the real picture do we get the, in fact, it isn't, we can argue that it is in coastal Karnataka and in parts of Telangana that some of the Hindutva stuff, which flopped miserably in the north, could have worked. So yes, but I think they already have Jai Shankar, and I don't know who they will probably accommodate some of the figures from the south and some of the people whose names are doing the round. You should examine them carefully. Their characters, Sanjay, Bandi and G.K. Kishan Reddy, these are Hindutva hardliners. Hear their voices, hear their speeches, very different from the suave Jai Shankars and Nirmala Sitharamans, but interesting. And get a real vote share of the BJP only in Tamil Nadu.
Like, you know,
don't attach it to an ally.
Yes.
That's not a correct thing for channels and their commentators.
In Tamil Nadu, Annamalai did say that, post 4th of June, it would be a post-Dravidian era politics. That hasn't happened if you look at the numbers, and Annamalai, according to reports, has been told that he has to continue now as the BJP president of the state. We also have Deepak, our correspondent, joining us with more details. From Karnataka, if you talk about representation, Deepak, you have Shobha Karandlaje, you have Mr. Kumaraswamy, you have Prahlad Joshi, V. Somanna, and then Basavaraj Bommai.
Yes, three new faces really coming into the picture. We've seen, of course, Mr. Prahlad Joshi until ministries in the past, Shobha Karandlaje as well. But right now, Lingayat in the form of V. Somanna and also in the form of Mr. Basavaraj Bommai, who's also been a former chief minister, now makes his way. H.D. Kumaraswamy, of course, is a part of the NDA through the JDS. So two Vakaligas, two Lingayats and one Brahmin really coming in. If you look at the caste equations from the state of Karnataka, we've seen from Kerala as well a representation this time. Tamil Nadu as well. Once again, Mr. Murugan will, be given a ministry. So quite an interesting combination that the BJP have worked out. We'll really have to see whether, especially their allies will continue to remain satisfied at the court track.
All right, Deepak, thank you for getting us the details. With that, we're slipping into a very short break. Tushar Gupta, Lokesh Jindal and Sabanak, we will continue to stay with us. So the Cabinet 3.0 is ready. It has finally taken shape. Let's take a look at who all are going to represent Maharashtra when it comes to the Cabinet. Let's begin with Raksha Khadse, she represents the Raver Lok Sabha seat. Raksha Khadse is, remember, the daughter-in-law of Eknath Khadse. She won from the Raver seat and she became the youngest MP in 2014, managed to retain her seat. She's the daughter-in-law of Eknath Khadse and she is going to be part of the cabinet from Maharashtra. Another name is that of Mr. Ramdas Athawale. He is the lone Rajya Sabha MP of RPI of his party. There are no MPs, no Sansad in Lok Sabha of his party. And he's held the MOS social justice portfolio in the previous cabinet. He's also the minister to be sworn in from Maharashtra. Another name from Maharashtra is that of Pratap Rao Jadhav. Pratap Rao Jadhav represents the Buldana Lok Sabha constituency. He's a 4-term MP and 3-term MLA and he belongs to the Eknath Shinde camp. Served as minister in the first Sena BJP government formed in the state of Maharashtra. He's also representing Maharashtra. Let's go back to our guests, to Lokesh Jindal and to Tushar Gupta. I want to come to you, Lokesh. Like I said, earlier, eyes also on the assembly election. So Maharashtra may have given a setback. It must have been an upset for the BJP, but not always decisions are taken in the fear that the allies may get upset. Sometimes the BJP is looking at assembly elections also.
Yes, certainly. In fact, assembly elections are going to be a prominent factor in this portfolio allocation. In fact, in the morning itself, we had the JDU chief and TDP chief, Nitish Kumarji and Naidu. They are demanding a special category status for Bihar and Andhra Pradesh. Now, if we read between the lines, they are basically would be demanding more allocation of funds to these states. So the hint is towards the finance ministry. But BJP is adamant in retaining the prominent 4 ministries for itself. But we have more of leaders asking for better berths, better portfolios in BJP. I do not know how they will be accommodating that. Now, if you talk about prominent ministries, there are hardly 7 or 8 at the maximum. But if you look at the members who are contesting for it, there are at least 16 to 20 of them who are looking for those prominent ministries. And if at all BJP fails to amuse everybody, fails to basically entertain the demands of their alliance partners, it is going to be very, very difficult in the time to come. In fact, let me give a prophecy that if in this seat allocation, the BJP might sow the seeds of dissension for which it would have to pay a heavy price in the forthcoming assembly polls.
The prophecy is happening.
Well, that's what the opposition can do now. They're not in power for 5 more years. Prophecies. Look, again, I'm saying this since day one, since the 4th of June, the alliance is very, very stable. Do you think when the alliance was formed on the afternoon of 4th June, when we knew that the government was going to happen, when we knew that the Prime Minister was going to address the Karyakartas in the BJP office, all these discussions wouldn't have happened? I don't know why the opposition likes to believe that all the discussions, the negotiations, the deliberations, the discussions are only happening a day before the portfolio allocation. They must have already happened. Clearly, there will be a bit of to and fro. There will be a bit of 1920. But this alliance looks very stable. The portfolio distribution, which will be clear to us by this time tomorrow perhaps, will accommodate the needs of everyone. But more importantly, you'll see leaders from Maharashtra, because there are assembly elections, that you'll also see many leaders from the south, from Odisha, from West Bengal, and even few from the northeast.
Okay, but tell me something. Do you think the BJP somewhere is shaken, a little bit rattled with the results in Maharashtra and thinking perhaps whether or not this is going to have an impact in the upcoming assembly polls? Because Devendra Fadnavis, Tushar Gupta offered that he wants to resign and wants to work to strengthen the party, the organization now in Maharashtra.
This is what happened in most parties, Swati. People take accountability. It's not like you lose 3 Lok Sabha elections on a trot, keep your party's seat count below 100 and you won't be held accountable. This is not the Congress. This is the BJP we're talking about. But clearly, Devendra Fadnavis, or be it the leadership of the BJP, they will like to understand where did they go wrong. Particularly in those 3 states, they would like to course correct. And they have been in this situation in the past. Go back to 2018, they lost 3 big states right before the Lok Sabha elections, and when the Lok Sabha elections happened, they swept all those 3 states. Now they're in a position where in the Lok Sabha elections, they have not been able to capitalize on the gains or haven't been able to retain their seats. And now they're going to go back to the drawing board, which they already are. And they would like to look at the elections in Jharkhand, in Haryana, in Maharashtra, but particularly Maharashtra and Bihar
will
is the focus
the
area.
Mahayuti formula and the combination continue according to you in the assembly elections, or are we expecting more jod-tod happening?
I think there will be some changes.
Okay.
I think one of the leaders has been already sending flyers to the NDA. I don't need to name him. And he is also understanding so are his less than a dozen MPs that there's nothing for them 5 years more in the opposition. Look at the irony of things. 99 seats of the Congress and the next best party and the third best party in this Lok Sabha election is with 30 odd seats. Then you have the TMC, then you have the DMK, and then you somewhere have the smaller alliance partners with single digit seats. So clearly there will be some changes. You might see gains for the NDA. I do not see any more gains for the UP though.
Lokesh wants to come in, yes.
Look, if you analyze the electoral outcome in Maharashtra, now the MVA is able to influence 180 seats out of 288 seats in the Vidhan Sabha in the forthcoming elections. And moreover, the MVA has started the preparations for those seats which are beyond this 180. So effectively, the Mahayuti right now is at a back foot. And if there isn't a proper allocation in this particular...
since you're talking about that allocation...